Hello everyone, this is Dr. Priya Bhimani coming to you from beautiful locales. But I'm going to talk about a difficult but a very important topic. Have you ever felt let down, humiliated, insulted, betrayed, left alone, and by those you love most, those you've trusted most? Often in life, the ones who have promised by duty and their word to be our greatest protectors can be the ones who betray us most painfully. If you are one of those who are experiencing or suffering the impacts of insult or betrayal, how are you to grapple with your feelings? Where should you look for alleviation? Where should you look for rescue and respite at such a time? I'm going to call upon a story from Mahabharata. The story of none other but Draupadi, the proud, beautiful queen of the 5 Pandav brothers. Her husbands were 5 in number, and amongst themselves they encompassed almost every virtue known to man that would make a man stand in absolute envy to the others. And yet, the story goes that one day her husband, Yudhishthira, staked her in a game of dice. Draupadi was on her period, and yet she was dragged by her brother-in-law into court, into the king's court. Her hair open, completely disheveled in mind, body and soul. She looked to her 5 powerful husbands who had promised to protect her for protection. She looked to the elders, to the wise men in that court, to protect her from this utter and complete humiliation. And yet, the order was given in front of her 5 valorous husbands, in front of the kingsmen, in front of the senior-most people in the family and the king's court, that Draupadi herself deeply respected. And no one stood up to object. No one stood up, because they said they were following the principle of the time. They were following the tenet of the law that said if her husband Yudhishthira staked her and lost her, then they have rightly lost her. What does Draupadi do at that time? When she reaches out to her husbands and all the wise men in court and no one comes to her rescue, finally, as she is being disrobed, as the disrobing begins, she turns to the grace of Lord Krishna. And it is Lord Krishna who then comes to her rescue. Draupadi forgets everyone and everything in that court, and she turns to just Krishna. If you are going through a similar situation, if you feel most betrayed by the ones who are meant to protect you most, turn to the grace within